Grace and peace to you. Welcome to Morning Watch. I'm Rob, one of the pastors here at White Plains. Let's see, let me get my titles straight here. Still learning this new system here. This is where we gather for a song and a thought for the day. All right. Yeah, I think I put it out there with a bad title, but I can fix that. So, sorry. We'll get it all straight. I'm Rob, one of the pastors here at White Plains, and thanks for being here whenever you are watching. As I said, this is where we gather for a song and a thought for the day. So let's begin our time together by going to God in prayer. I watched this morning for the light that the darkness has not overcome. I watched for the fire that was in the beginning and that burns still in the brilliance of the rising sun. I watch for the glow of life that gleams in the growing earth and glistens in sea and sky. I watch for your light, O God, in the eyes of every living creature and the ever-living flame of my own soul. If the grace of seeing were mine this day, I would glimpse you in all that lives. Grant me the grace of seeing this day. Grant me the grace of seeing. Amen and amen. Well, we're trying new things all the time. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook this morning. And of course, looks like my chat functionality is not working, so I'm not seeing your comments, but I appreciate you being here. I saw a lot of people commented yesterday, even though I had pre-recorded that episode. So thanks for doing that, even when it's not live. I'll be doing Morning Watch live on Tuesday through Friday and a recorded episode on Mondays from now on. And so welcome to Advent. And I thought for songs this year, I'd stray a little bit from our traditional Christmas and Advent hymns that I do, that I've done in years past. In this, our fourth, had to do my math, our fourth Advent of doing Morning Watch. There's a lot of great songs, but a lot of them are frankly Christmas songs that celebrate the birth of Christ. And we know that that blessed event doesn't happen, has happened, but we won't celebrate it for a few weeks now. So I'm going to branch out a little bit and do some songs that I think talk about changes, talk about anticipation, talk about waiting, talk about longing, hoping, loving, waiting for the peace that comes at Christmas. Here's a song by Richard Thompson called, appropriately enough, Time to Ring Some Changes. So from the late 60s, early 70s. Great song. This old house is a tumbling down. The walls are gone, but the roof is sound. The landlord's deaf, he can never be found. It's time to ring some changes. They'll arrest you, son, if you just stand still. They'll ask you to pose with your hand in the till. They'll ask you to die when you're written your will. It's time to ring some changes. Time to ring some changes. Well, you earn your money for your daily bread. The bread's gone up, so you need more money. Money's gone down, better borrow instead. It's time to ring some changes. Now the politicians look so smug. They sell to the truth and they give you a shrug. You might find the truth swept under the rug. It's time to ring some changes. 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 Oh, time to ring some changes. Listen here to the self-made man. Why can't you if I can? Can't you push buttons? Can't you make plans? Time to ring some changes. Well, I'm gonna tear this mansion down. Get my feet back on the ground. A penny for a penny and a pound for a pound. It's time to ring some changes. 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 Ooh, time to ring some changes. Time to ring some changes. Time to ring some changes. There you go. Great old British protest song by Richard Thompson. Time to ring some changes indeed. That sounds like Advent to me. How about you? And again, my screen is not showing the Facebook chat as it should, so sorry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say, let's see, good morning, Emma. Good morning, Lee. Both Lees. Good morning, Dad. Good morning to all y'all watching out there. Good morning, Kenna. Good morning, Terry. Good morning to folks that don't comment. I think I shared that Miss Angela saw me in FedEx store last week, right before Thanksgiving, and said, White Plains. And I said, yes, I go to White Plains. I'm one of the pastors. And she said, I watch you in the mornings. And she's a friend of Floretta's who watches. And I just, it's amazing. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for commenting and sharing and all of that good stuff. So I mentioned yesterday that we're going to be using some wisdom from Kate Bowler this season, but also on most days I'm going to be using this book by Scott Erickson called Honest Advent. And this has beautiful, beautiful pictures in it as well as writing. This is today's picture, and I hope you can see that a little bit. A beautiful interpretation of the angel visiting Mary. Because the word for today is annunciation. Luke 1:28 through 29. Gabriel appeared to her and said, Greetings, favored woman. The Lord is with you. Confused and disturbed, Mary tried to think what the angel could mean. And Scott writes, I presume most of us would invite a divine annunciation. To have some otherworldly being deliver a message from the Almighty, it sounds like everything we've been hoping for, right? How often do we anguish over life decisions and direction, and how incredible would it be to receive a definitive answer from the Lord of Lords? It would be the story you tell over and over again. How you were sitting in the drive-thru line for your iced Americano. I don't like mine iced. Personally, I like mine hot, but I do drink the Americano. With cream and perhaps 2 pumps of classic syrup. And suddenly a divine voice spoke clear as day, as if through the very drive-thru speaker, and laid out the glorious plan for your life. Or one night you had a fantastically vivid dream, and when you awoke, you knew with certainty what your next steps were. Or maybe you tumbled out of a wrecked car on the side of the interstate, lifted up by the arms of a stranger who appeared out of nowhere, who told you it was time to do the thing that you've been afraid of and had been putting off for years. You turned to look at the oncoming fire trucks, and when you turned back to the stranger, he was gone. What? It was an angel? What? That would be the thing that people ask you to tell every year at the dinner party. It'd be awesome to have that kind of story in your life. I, I've I've actually heard a few of those. You probably have as well. Maybe you've even experienced one. But if we're honest, we're probably actually afraid of revelation. All great stories come at a cost. And the cost of revelation is that it's going to ask something of us. In any divine annunciation, you receive revelation as a gift, and yet at the same time, you also receive notice that all that you had planned is ending. It's over. Everything will change. Most of all, you. Anyone who's ever experienced a call to vocation or ministry understands that feeling. And maybe it's a welcome change. Maybe you're reading this thinking, oh God, I could use a change. Maybe you're ready for such a transformation. That's the rub of revelation. It is a transformation that you're not in charge of. We all have areas in which we would love transformation. Scott writes, just for him, a never-ending daddy tummy. Oh, I don't have one of those. A proclivity to melancholy. An inability to enjoy the last Star Wars films. I did, but he did not. Maybe for you, it's your relationship with your in-laws, your finances, or a dead-end job with its annoying, micromanaging boss, or your unceasing anxiety. But it seems that revelation doesn't transform the places you want to transform. It transforms all the things you dreamed and planned for your best case scenario. It's not so hard to see that Mary's transformation could look a lot like ours. How your life would be, whom you'd marry, what your wedding would be like, your first kid's name, how people would think about you and your family and the community where you live, how your kid's life would turn out, your best laid plans. Revelation is a hard gift to receive. You must give up everything else to receive it. Like finding a treasure in a field and selling everything you have so you can get that treasure. But then again, she who is willing to accept the cost of revelation finds herself in the deepest of stories. Stories that are so mysterious, so divine, and so human that we still tell them today. May you receive the light of divine annunciation in the flames of your best laid plans. The little blessings at the end are one of my favorite parts of these readings. May you receive the light of divine annunciation in the flames of your best laid plans. I don't know whether or not to say amen to that or not. I guess so. Amen. Well, may you find peace and purpose in this day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing. We'll get everything together with this new setup. We had a lot of people watch the live stream of the worship service on Sunday and lots of good response from that. So thanks for that. It's still up. Will be up forever, just like all the other services we've done. It'll be on our website and on YouTube and Facebook. Just Google White Plains UMC December 1st service. You should find it with no trouble. All right. And we'll look forward to seeing you later this week for our First Thursday Fellowship, First Thursday Lunch Fellowship at 11:30 in the CLC. That'll be fun as we gather together. And then, of course, this coming Sunday is our Advent Festival. So be sure and stay in touch with everything that's going on. And thanks for being here. And I will see you tomorrow for another